Hey everybody, thank you for coming back and checking us out again. Today we're going to talk about one's self-esteem and how it affects your interactions in the lifestyle. For me, one of the things I would definitely like to make sure is understood is that nobody's going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I mean this, women or men. Even if you are a size 2 with, 1% body fat, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea because, say for instance, if you're with that, I don't like women that small. So it's just an understanding that you need to have going in. Everybody isn't going to run to you. Everybody isn't going to fall at your feet. But with that being said, you will probably be somebody's cup of tea. So going in and looking good for you will probably, going in looking good for you and with your head held high will probably do wonders for you in regards to how people perceive you and your sex appeal.
You have to remember that self-esteem is what you think of yourself. It's not what other people think of you. So the key to self-esteem is feeling good about yourself, feeling good about what you see in the mirror. Nobody else can do that for you. Nobody else can give you that. The only person you can make happy and impress 100% of the time is you. So do that. The more you feel good about how you look, the more confidence you will exude, and the more people will be attracted to that. A lot of times you think that people are attracted to the way someone looks, and 90% of the time it's not about how they look really. It's really about how they carry themselves and how they, how their energy fills the room. That's 90% of what happens. I mean, you do have some folks who are extremely superficial and they only look at the skin. But generally speaking, almost everyone responds very well to the energy you put out. If you don't feel confident in yourself, you're going to put out that energy, and then others will not feel the draw to you. Except for predators.
That's another issue.
But that's a whole nother conversation.
So with that being said, let me come back kind of on some of what we've said, in that this especially goes out to the people who don't feel like they have the best shape in the world. I've got scars, or I've got more weight than what I should put on, and therefore that always in the back of your mind might not make you feel like you are sexy or desirable. And the reality is that for some people you won't be. That it just kind of is what it is. This isn't about trying to give yourself a false sense of a false self-image. I don't want you to tell yourself that, well, I think I'm Beyonce, so therefore it is, because, stop. But at the same time, you need to remember that this is a huge world with a lot of people in it, and you would be surprised what others think is sexy. Just because in your mind you can't see how they think it is, doesn't mean that they don't. We have a group that is built on BBWs being accepted for the size and shape that they are, and they find a lot of acceptance based on that. And not just because I like it, it's because there are a good number of guys who end up coming to this parties who also like it. They know coming in that there's not going to, in all likelihood, there's not going to be anyone there smaller than a size 14. And they are not just okay with it, they desire it.
That's what they prefer.
So that's just one example of it. Whether it's
And
stretch.
don't get us wrong, there are folks who do sometimes come who are smaller than a size 14 or 12. We've even had some who were size 8.
Hell, we've had somebody who's a size 4.
And they tend not to get as much play as some of the bigger girls. Because, sexy is in the eye of the beholder.
Except for the size 4 girl who came in with a very positive attitude. And despite the fact that she was extraordinarily thin, people liked her attitude. And so where normal smaller girls would not get that kind of attention, she did. And that's kind of, again, pointing back to what we're talking about. You got to believe that there is someone out there who's going to gobble you up. And this goes for men too. You're a big boy, you're not slim and trim and muscular all over the place, but there's a place for teddy bears out there as well.
I want to be careful in tying how other people accept you or are looking for you or are desiring you. I want to be careful with tying that to your self-esteem.
Right.
The point of self-esteem is about how you feel about yourself. And if you're always going to rely on other people wanting you to determine how you feel about yourself, you are going to suffer from self-esteem issues forever. You need to love yourself for who you are. We all want to lose weight or gain weight or be more muscular or less flabby. There's always something that we all want of ourselves. But being in a place, you can still want those things for yourself and still be happy with who you are. And that's where you need to get to. You need to get to a point where you're happy with who you are, even if you want to work on fine-tuning that.
Yes, exactly. It's a very good point in that, as much as I'm trying to make sure that your self-esteem is not held back by your continual concern about whether you think you're good or not, you don't feel that anybody else is. Stop worrying about that part. As long as you are putting out the energy that we've been talking about where you feel good about yourself, the others will come. If you build it, they will come. It's just the way it is. So as much as you want to believe that there are going to be people who won't find you attractive, you should absolutely believe that there will be people who will. Is it always going to be the people you want to find you attractive?
Not always.
Not always,
But that's their loss.
Yeah, I try to tell myself that too, but sometimes it just feels like my loss. So I know how you feel.
You really feel like you've lost?
On some occasions, sure I felt like I've lost. Real talk, since we're sitting here talking about it, I am, my own personal opinion, this is not my wife's, that I have definitely gotten some play based on who I'm married to, as opposed to it being just, oh, he's okay. It's kind of a, well, if he's got her, he must be worth something. I'll take it how I get it. Anyway.
Weren't we just talking about how self-esteem is...
And my self-esteem, for me, is I can't be that ugly to have had the sex that I've had with, the number of women that I have.
And most of those...
I can't be.
And most of those before you even met me.
Absolutely. And again, if you take from empirical data that there's no way that my personality can be that great.
It really isn't. It was a joke.
Anyway.
He has an amazing personality.
Whatever. My personality can't be that great because vast majority of the time, and a lot of the women who I've slept with, they didn't get a chance to see much personality, So I can't be that ugly. Hell, considering some of the people that I have gotten, if you take it into consideration, I gotta have something going on, because some of them women were freaking awesome, Like, either that or maybe they have some self-esteem issues. I don't know, but whatever works. I've gotten more as time is going on when I've accepted, you know what, you just are what you are, than any time previous to that. So that's why we're saying what we're saying. Anyway, so I'm pretty much done on this. If you have some comments on this matter, feel free to leave them below or respond back on our social media. If you have some tips or tricks that maybe you would like to share, again, leave that information. Whether you've made a video or maybe you have a blog or whatever it is, make sure you leave that information because sharing is caring. Anything for you, babe?
That's it for me for now.
All right. Well, until the next time, guys, take it easy.
See you later. Bye. Hey, everybody. Just want to let you know what parties are coming up. Right now, there's only one on our radar. Well, two. But immediately this Saturday, April 30th, there is a party. The Hush group is having an ABC party, which is anything but clothes. So you can think costume or anything but clothing. And that will be held in Hanover, Maryland, in Arundel Mills, near the Maryland Live Casino. If you want more information or to purchase a ticket, you can click the link that you see right now, and that'll take you on your way for the more information.
Thank you.
Oh, and the second party we have, second party that's coming up, isn't coming up for like 3 weeks or so. It's our Wicked Wednesday party. It's another middle of the week party for those of you who can't always get out. It will be a little bit more centrally located to the DC, Maryland area, DC, Maryland and Virginia area. It is in Oxon Hill, Maryland. And it is a Wednesday night party. It's down and dirty and quick and nasty, and get in, get out, because people got to work the next day. So contact us for more information on that, or you can go to our website for more information on that, and we'll see you around.
If I tell you now, will you keep on loving me? If I tell you how I feel, would you keep on bringing out the best in me? You give me the sweetest taboo. You give me the sweetest taboo. Too good for me. There's a quiet storm, and I never felt this way before. There's a quiet storm, that is you. There's a quiet storm, and I never felt this hot before. Giving me something that's taboo. Sometimes I think you're just too good for me. You give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I am in love with you. You give me the sweetest taboo. Sometimes I think you're just too good for me.